Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and review expiration dates when trading option contracts, more specifically when swing trading option contracts. We're going to look at a mistake that I made taking a too short of expiration, and you guys will see how this really affected my position. We'll look at my contract versus a further outdated contract. We'll look at the prices, and we'll look at how those prices have changed from the time that I purchased my contract to the time of right now. It's very important to choose the correct option contract and the correct expiration date when looking to swing trade options, and I'll show you how that affected me and the mistakes that I made. I hope that this video helps someone out there that's getting into option contracts to understand the differences between expiration dates and making sure that they choose the right one for their trading plan. So if you guys are excited for this one, if you want to stay tuned and see more, make sure to press that like button, press that subscribe button for me, and make sure to press the bell notification so that you guys know every single time that I post on the channel. All right, guys, so I have ULTA pulled up, I have the daily chart pulled up, and what we're going to look at is first, we're going to look at some of the technicals. What I did right during this trade is that I saw a good setup. I still believe it's a good setup, and I'm still pretty bullish on the stock. What I did wrong was I did not anticipate the possibility that ULTA could trade sideways for 4 or 5 days. When a stock trades sideways for 4 to 5 days for any period of time, option contracts really start depreciating. The theta decay in those contracts, every single day, these contracts are decreasing if the stock stays sideways, if the stock does nothing, and that really affected my short expiration contract. The theta is higher on shorter expiration contracts, and that's what really affected my position. I didn't anticipate this sideways action, and because of that, I definitely got chewed up on this option contract. We'll go over the technicals. I'll show you why this is still a good setup. And even though my technicals were right, my setup is still right. Because I took the wrong contract, I'm still going to end up losing money on this position. Whereas if I took an April or even a May contract, I would still be well alive on this contract. I would barely be down on the position, and I'd still be in the driver's seat getting ready for a potential move here. So pulling up the charts, what you guys will see is that ULTA hit the 50-day moving average after earnings and has been sort of sideways consolidating at that level. It's holding it very well. You can see over the last 4 to 5 days, we've been holding that 50-day. Today was a pretty good day for ULTA. It started to do a little bit of a range breakout here. So you can see today we started to move higher up until around this 325, 326 area. We got a really nice move there. The contracts that I had did appreciate during that time, but nowhere enough to make up for the losses due to this sideways action you see here on the stock. So what you guys can see, what I want to talk about is that the setup is still there. The 50-day moving average is still there. We're still holding it. But the problem that I'm having is that tomorrow my options expire. And if they're out of the money, if ULTA is below $330, they will expire worthless and I will lose my option premium. Whereas if I would have taken a further dated expiration, let's say ULTA takes maybe another week for this move to happen, for this gap fill to occur, then I would have been still in this position. I still would be pretty even on the position, and I would have more time for this trade to work out. So if you guys are seeing a setup like this on ULTA or any other stock that you're tracking, and you see a setup that could take maybe a few days to a few weeks to occur, you always want to make sure that you have enough time for that trade to work out. I gave ULTA a set limit for the stock to work out, for the trade to work out, and that limit was too short. I didn't give it enough time. I didn't give it enough leeway, and that is what happened on this trade, and that's why I'm going to probably end up losing money on this particular position. So what I want to do now is I want to pull up the option contracts chart so you guys can see how that price has depreciated over the last few days versus a further dated expiration and how it would have done a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up right now. All right, guys, so what you see now is on the left side, you have the ULTA daily chart, and on the right side, you have the chart of the option that I purchased. It was an ULTA March 19th, 3:30 call. I purchased this on the 15th, so you guys can see right here on the 15th is when I purchased that call. The stock was trading around $320 a share. I purchased this premium for just about $3.30, around this area here. $3.30, $3.40 was around where I purchased this premium. You can see even though ULTA has been sort of sideways, actually hit a higher level than where I purchased the stock when I originally bought the option contract, you can see that the premium has been decreased quite a bit. So I purchased around $3. The option premium today is trading about $1 to almost 40 cents at the lows. Even though today ULTA hit a high of 325, which is about $4 to $5 higher than when I purchased this option. So even though the stock price went up, my option price went down over the last few days, and that's because the expiration is approaching, and unfortunately, I got chewed alive by theta decay. So that was my mistake, and I only have 1 day left for this to occur, for this stock to go in the money and have a nice move for any chance for this premium to go back up to where I purchased it for even break even. So the short expirations, very dangerous to trade over a few days when you're getting close to expiration, and I do not recommend this. I figured that ULTA would have a quick knee-jerk reaction back up into that 20-day moving average. That was incorrect. That didn't happen when you look at it in hindsight, and I paid the price for guessing or for putting risk on that would happen. Now what I want to do is I want to go over to the April monthly contracts, which is right here. You can see April 16th, and we'll go to let's say we'll go to the 330 calls. So I purchased about 3 of these. So a total investment of about $1,000 into this. What I could have done on that same day, instead of buying 3 of these March 19th, I could have went over to the April 16th, which gives me almost a month of time, April 16th, 330 calls instead of March 19th, 330 calls. What you'll see is that on that same day, on the 15th, those were trading at about $10. So if I bought one of those, I would have a same weighted risk on this position. So I'd have $1,000 in an April 16th, 330 call. Now what you'll see is that because this has more time on the contract and has a further dated expiration, I actually would have went green on this position today. You can see today, this contract spiked up to almost $11. So I maybe would have been up about $100 on this position. At the close today, I'd be down about $200. So not a large loss, only $200 loss for a setup that still looks great, that could still bounce off the 50-day. And that from today, I would still have a month of time for this trade to work out. So in hindsight, what I could have done better is I go further outdated expiration, get a better contract, a monthly contract that is less affected by theta, less affected if the stock sort of chops around for a few days, and I would have been in a much better position right now. Whereas in this current position, I'm about to lose my entire investment on this ULTA swing trade because the contracts are going to expire tomorrow. Less risk, maybe a little bit less return, because if it would have worked out, those March 19th contracts would have appreciated a lot because they're very short expiration. But in this case, looking at it in hindsight, as a learning lesson, always learning from my mistakes and sharing it with you guys, it would have been much better if I would have spent that $1,000 on an April 16th 330 call than going and buying 3 of the March 19th 330 calls. You can see the profile of this chart here on the right is much different. Basically flat over the last 4 days, whereas if we go back to the March 19th 330 calls, you guys can see it is down quite a bit. Almost the entire investment is gone. So that is, I think, a real life example for you guys to see the importance of expiration dates, choosing the correct one for your trade's purpose. My purpose for this trade was to take a trade off this 50-day moving average, looking for a move higher over time, and in my situation, I did not give it enough time. So hopefully this video helps. Hopefully that explanation helps you guys out. If you have any questions, make sure to put them down in the comments below. You can also message me on Instagram. I'm there. The link is down below as well on the Options Insider Instagram. I respond to all the DMs there, so feel free to reach out to me. All right, guys, so I think that explanation was pretty cut and dry. I think it's very easy to follow, so make sure to go back. If you missed anything, go back, rewatch the video. But I think it was a good real-life example of how these expiration dates can really affect the money that you put into it, how it can affect the prices of these premiums, and hopefully focusing on the right expirations can bring you more success with your swing trades in the future. If you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to let me know by pressing that like button. I really enjoy doing these educational type content videos because I like looking at doing some research on these option contracts. It's quite interesting to see how they move over time, how the prices change, how they differ from expirations, from strike prices. It's very interesting to me, and I like sharing that with you as well. And also learning from my mistakes and sharing it with you, I think will help out a lot of people that are getting into options and hopefully limit the downside that they may occur if they don't understand these types of changes in the market, changes in option premiums, and the things that affect their current positions, affect expiration dates, and affect different strike prices. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Press the like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel for some future videos. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, there's going to be the link down below, the Options Insider. I'm there all the time, posting trade ideas, responding to DMs. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me there. So with all that said, have a great night, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.